Alright, how's good everyone? Today I'm here with my WWE Fastlane 2017 pay-per-view. Of course, Fastlane was a Raw exclusive pay-per-view event that takes place live on the WWE Network as well as pay-per-view. And overall, coming out of the show, I will say, even though I didn't think anything good would come out of it really, I didn't have any expectations in terms of what I thought would be good or bad. I did get the benefit of the doubt that maybe they'd pull out a good show, but I was not expecting it. But even then, I thought this show was absolutely terrible. I thought this is by far one of the worst pay-per-views they've done in years. I don't remember the last time I disliked the show so much. I just felt like so bored, dissatisfied. Pretty much anything you can think of, I didn't enjoy the show at all whatsoever. So I just thought it was a terrible show. I honestly felt like I'm watching Monday Night Raw. And I do know, like, hey, it's a Raw exclusive pay-per-view event. But you know what? You would think they would deliver at least, pay-per-view quality stuff. But no, they just give us Monday Night Raw quality stuff. So very, very, very shitty pay-per-view. Like I said, didn't enjoy it at all, but what can you do? But before getting to the main card, of course, you had the one-hour kickoff show prior to the pay-per-view, which had a tag team match with Rich Swann and Akira Tozawa versus the Braun, Kendrick, and Noam. I will say that was a fun, enjoyable match. You had some good high-flying spots from the Cruiserweights. Pretty much, this is the type of match that we should be getting on Raw weekly, if you ask me. Just fun, enjoyable Cruiserweight matches. The story was, of course, Braun Kendrick didn't want to get in the ring with Akira Tozawa, so that was pretty much the story of it. But it was enjoyable, Rich Swann got the win on Noam after a Phoenix Splash, but yeah, he had some nice spots, fun, enjoyable action. The crowd was into it. The crowd was very into Akira Tozawa too, by the way. So just enjoyable stuff in the Cruiserweights on the kickoff show, and then we had a backstage segment with Mick Foley and Rusev as well as Jinder Mahal. They're no longer a tag team, thank God. However, we'll be getting Rusev and Jinder Mahal in singles competition at Fastlane and with unnamed opponents. Why they couldn't just face each other? I don't fucking know. They have to have their own matches apparently, so that's happening. Awesome. Okay, now on to the main card. Of course, the show opened up with Samoa Joe taking on Sami Zayn. The match pretty much accomplished exactly what it should have, in my opinion. Samoa Joe was very dominant. Pretty much cutting off any offense Sami Zayn could have delivered. Sami Zayn looked like a very believable, lovable babyface by fighting back and having that kind of never give up spirit. He had that brief hope of a comeback when he'd muster some moves on Joe, and the crowd believed like, oh, he might have come back on Samoa Joe. Almost hit the hoover kick a handful of times, but Joe, in fashion, would just cut him off and dominate Sami Zayn. Get the win with the Coquina clutch. Sami Zayn passes out, so Samoa Joe is crowned the victor. So good, solid match. Like I said, accomplished what needed to accomplish. Made Samoa Joe the destroyer, and adds that sympathy for Sami Zayn still as a face. So definitely enjoyed that opener. From there, I'm going to go to the Raw Tag Team Championship match. Luke Gallows and Karl Anderson versus Enzo, Amore, and Big Cass. Very standard match here, nothing much to it. You basically had Anderson and Gallows give heat and beat down Enzo Amore throughout the entire match until Enzo got his hot tag to Big Cass. Big Cass would be very dominant on Gallows and Anderson. Enzo and Cass actually almost won the tag team titles after the Boom Shakalaka on Gallows, but Anderson broke the pin up. And then, Anderson and Enzo legal men. They tried to take out, or Enzo tried to take out both men. Anderson hit a running drive-by kick, pinned Enzo, but Enzo's foot was on the rope, but Gallows pushed his foot off the ropes. The referee didn't see it. 1, 2, 3. Anderson and Gallows retain the tag team titles. Like I said, very standard match. I laughed at the fact that they did the AJ Styles Luke Harper finish from SmackDown Live this past Tuesday with the foot on the rope. However, the match didn't restart, but I just laughed at the fact that they did the whole foot in the rope knockoff, so the referee didn't see it. I thought that was funny, but yeah, just very, very basic Raw quality match right there. From there on, we had Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax, which was a very, pretty much very similar to the Royal Rumble match, but a tad bit better, I would say. Nia Jax is very dominant, with working on Sasha's leg, putting her in the torture rack, just pretty much, the big kid picking on the little kid, pretty much this was. Sasha, mustering some offense, but not a whole lot, and, sausage. I almost said sausage right there. Sasha would end up getting the win on a roll-up on Nia Jax for the 1, 2, 3 after she bridged the pin. So Sasha Banks defeats Nia Jax. Whatever match, it was better than the Royal Rumble kickoff match, you asked me, but it's not really saying much. So, it was fine. It did what it needed to accomplish. And from there, we go to Jinder Mahal and Rusev coming out. And then they have a brawl because they both want to have their match first for whatever reason. And Jinder Mahal actually takes out Rusev, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. He took him out of the timekeeper's table. Jinder Mahal gets in the ring, so Jinder Mahal's match will be first, and he's facing none other than Cesaro. And Jinder Mahal does the impossible and makes a Cesaro match fucking boring. Didn't like it at all. Cesaro pretty much got his stuff in. Jinder Mahal tried to look dominant in Cesaro for a while. I mean, the match wasn't bad, but it was just so uneventful and so boring. I couldn't keep my eyes on the screen. And it just sucks because I love Cesaro, but I could give two shits about that match. Jinder Mahal's looking pretty dominant in Cesaro. Rusev gets up. Mahal notices Rusev's getting up. Turns around right into a European uppercut by Cesaro. And 1, 2, 3. Cesaro defeats Jinder Mahal off the distraction by Rusev. So Cesaro wins, thankfully, but very boring match. Rusev beats the shit out of Jinder Mahal, throws him on the ring, and then Big Show comes out. So now we're getting Rusev versus the Big Show. Whatever. Rusev works in the leg of Big Show for a while. Nothing to it. Another match. Cesaro and Jinder Mahal also felt like that match went on for 5 hours, by the way. Same with this match. Very boring. Just like I said, just dragged on. Rusev and Big Show wasn't any good. Big Show with 3 choke slams, followed by the knockout punch on Rusev for the win. So, what can you do? 2 shit matches back to back. So, whatever. Thanks for that. Very necessary, by the way. Those matches did not need to happen whatsoever, but they felt they needed to put on the card. So, there's that. And then we go to person which I thought was match of the night, the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match, Neville versus Gentleman Jack Gallagher. This match had a very slow start. You know, there wasn't really too much going on, but then the match started picking up. The crowd started getting really behind it, which is pretty unheard of with the Cruiserweights nowadays because, you know, the Cruiserweights usually the match now where people pretty much take their breaks. You know, the Divas matches 5 years ago was the piss break, that's merch stand break, and now it's the Cruiserweight matches, unfortunately. But the crowd stayed, the crowd got hot, the crowd got in the match, and Shane, this is awesome. So, kudos for both men for pulling it out. Love the intensity from both guys. You know, Gallagher and Neville just absolutely mauling each other. Love Gallagher's selling. You know, he's also busting out some moves that he doesn't usually do, like a suicide dive on the Neville. Just pulling it all stops here. You know, the headbutts he gave Neville were just tremendous, by the way, especially that last one. But Neville gave some sick enziguris. Again, alluding to, like I said, love Gallagher selling this match. That third headbutt onto the post killed Neville, and, you know, Jack Gallagher was going for the superplex because, you know, it's the finish Neville's kind of been using in his matches. So I thought it was a nice callback to that. But Neville pushes down Gallagher and hits the red arrow, which I thought was great because the fact that Neville doesn't really use it anymore since he's been a heel, but the fact that he had to resort to using the red arrow to win the match, says a lot if you ask me. So Neville retains Cruiserweight Championship. Great match, like I said. Match tonight, if you ask me. After that, we had a Paul Heyman interview backstage. Pretty much Heyman said if Goldberg wins, it's a win-win for Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania because he gets Goldberg and the Universal Championship. So, you know, the Heyman promo. Then you had a New Day segment. You know, they came out with an ice cream, like, little, you know, the thing. New Day pops. They said they'll be debuting at WrestleMania. So, time filler because that segment sucked, like any New Day segment. So, it is what it is. And then we go to Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns, which I thought was a good match. I thought at first it was very boring. You know, you had Braun Strowman locking in shin locks and just, you know, kind of just throwing Roman Reigns around. Wasn't that a whole lot going on, which, by the way, why the hell was Roman Reigns wearing regular shoes in this match? I just thought it was hilarious. Roman Reigns was wearing sneakers. But just a side note. But then the match actually spilled on the outside, and that's when the match kind of started picking up. You know, Braun Strowman threw Roman Reigns over the steps. They started going out on the outside. Roman Reigns tried to hit the drive-by kick on the apron. Strowman catches him, throws him to the post, nearly kills him. Empties the announce table, you know, pretty much eluding these and put Reigns through it. Doesn't happen. They get back in the ring. They started having some nice, good back and forth action. I thought they were both doing some good in-ring action, some nice counters. You know, I love the offense they were given. Like, you know, Reigns just hitting multiple Superman punches and Strowman was going down. And then, you know, Reigns hit a spear out of nowhere, kind of, when Strowman rolled back in the ring. But he kicked out, so that was a nice, I guess, it wasn't really even a near fall, because I don't think anyone believed that was a finish. But it's good that, you know, it didn't take one spear to beat Strowman. The match spilled back on the outside. Reigns tries to spear him again, but beautifully Braun catches him, twirls him into a power slam through the announce table. Came off beautiful. Really enjoyed that spot there from both guys. So Reigns pretty much dead. Strowman gets back in the ring, dominating Reigns once again, but Reigns has his comeback. You know, hitting Superman punches, goes for another one. Strowman ducks. Or Strowman grabs and pretty much just bulldozes them in midair when Reigns is in the air, kind of just, you know, pushes himself through him. Then goes to top rope for a Samoan splash, because that did not look like a frog splash whatsoever. It looked like a Samoan splash. Reigns gets out of the way, sits up for a spear, hits a spear, 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns defeats Braun Strowman, clean as a whistle in the middle of the fucking ring. You couldn't have done any other finish. If you want to, you couldn't have done it a way where Strowman looks good, protect him to lose the Reigns. You could have had Undertaker distract Roman Reigns for Braun Strowman to beat Roman Reigns that way. You had Roman Reigns beat him as clean as a whistle in the fucking middle of the ring. Whatever. Do what you gotta do. I'm not gonna just sit here and rant because I can go on for hours. But Roman Reigns beating Braun Strowman at Fastlane, clean as a whistle? Fucking stupid. That's all I'm gonna say. From there, I'm going to go to the Raw Women's Championship. Bayley versus Charlotte Flair. Your typical Bayley-Charlotte match. Starts off slow. Charlotte's very dominant. Kissing to the... Not kissing, but, playing to the crowd. Just, tossing Bayley around. Being very dominant, until Bayley eventually got her comeback. Charlotte hit a nice moonsault, followed by a senton onto Bayley. Try to run to the corner. Bayley throws an elbow, which, then Bayley would have her comeback. Getting her stuff in, like the, send up for the tree wheel with the elbow, attempting the Bayley belly, but, Charlotte was grabbing the ropes every time. Charlotte actually hit the natural selection on Bayley, and Bayley actually kicked out, and, Charlotte played like she couldn't believe she kicked out of it. And then, the match spilled on the outside. Charlotte went for the moonsault off the top rope, went on the outside, pretty much trying to recreate a WrestleMania 32 spot. Excuse me. But Sasha Banks comes running down the ring. Charlotte gets down, pretty much throws Sasha in the ring and throws her back out. Try to roll Bayley up. She's grabbing the tights, and Sasha Banks runs up to the ring saying, "Oh, ref, she has a tight." So the referee stops. Charlotte gets distracted. Bayley, it's Bayley to Bayley, or Belly to Bayley, or Bayley to Belly. I still get that confused sometimes. On Charlotte for the 1, 2, 3, Bayley retains the title. The booking on the show is so fucking stupid. You end Charlotte's pay-per-view streak, the pay-per-view before WrestleMania. You couldn't have waited one more show to do where Charlotte finally loses. And, Sasha and Bayley came out like complete assholes, by the way. Charlotte wasn't cheating initially. She was going for a moonsault, and Sasha comes running down out of nowhere for no reason. So, you make Sasha and Bayley look like the assholes, and Charlotte looks like the victim here. The entire booking of the show is fucking stupid. I'm not going to rant about it for hours. If you watch the show, you know how dumb it was. I'm not going to go into it, but yeah. Charlotte loses her pay-per-view streak on fucking Fastlane of all shows. And, yeah, fucking stupid. Speaking of stupid, we go to the main event. Universal Championship match. Kevin Owens versus Goldberg. Goldberg comes out. Owens runs around the ring for about fucking 5 minutes, it seems like. Owens gets in the ring. Apparently he's ready now. He's, taunting Goldberg. Jericho's music plays. Jericho comes out, and for some reason the referee decides, oh, Jericho's out. Let's ring the bell. Bell rings. Spear by Goldberg. Jackhammer. 1, 2, 3. Goldberg defeats Kevin Owens in 21 seconds. New Universal Champion. Bullshit fucking ending, but you know what? The match happened exactly how I thought it was going to happen. And what can you do? Goldberg Brock Lesnar is now for Universal Championship at WrestleMania. I just thought the whole portrayal of that main event is fucking just ridiculous. They should have done the match on fucking Raw, honestly. There's no need to do this for pay-per-view, especially Kevin Owens just looked like complete fucking shit the way he lost. And I know Jericho provided the distraction, but still, it fucking came off stupid. But yeah, Goldberg's champion. Fucking Charlotte lost her pay-per-view winning streak on fucking Fastlane instead of the pay-per-view after, which is WrestleMania. Roman Reigns defeated Braun Strowman, cleans the whistle. New Day's on the show for some fucking reason. Show fucking sucked, straight up. Nothing really positive to say about it besides the Jack Gallagher Neville match. That was by far match tonight, like I said. Really good match there. But besides that, everything else, extremely average. Raw. I don't know why I keep saying wall. We're going to build a wall. No, Raw quality matches that shouldn't be on pay-per-view, but they are because their booking fucking sucks. So, yeah, that'll do it for my review, guys. Fastlane, like I said, fucking sucked. Leave your guys' comments below about Fastlane. You guys can share on the show as well. Or if you for some reason liked it, tell me why you liked it, because I'm very curious to see why anyone would like this show. But yeah, that'll do it for the video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, please like below. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching the video.